Good morning, everyone. Yes, it's after my hike at this time. And, we are just a few days before the big holiday of Christmas Day for a lot of people who celebrate that particular tradition. And even if you don't celebrate that tradition, you are caught in the season of it. And of course, we are in times that make it kind of interesting, to say the least, of what the season normally would look like if we weren't living this moment in time with this pandemic. But I do want to remind those of you who may be experiencing moments of either loneliness or moments of maybe you have a family and not being able to buy gifts and all of those things that we tend to become burdened by. And we must remember that we are up against social traditions. We're dealing with social traditions, family traditions, the pressure that we place on ourselves and perhaps we place on other people, that we really want to be cognizant of those things, that we have a lot of social traditions. Not that they're bad, not that they're good or bad or any of that. I'm simply pointing that out as a reminder that these are all social traditions that we have come up with as a society. And every society has their own unique way of responding to these traditions. Right now, I am speaking of this holiday season, Christmas, because for many people, it is about buying gifts. It's about spending time with family. It's about all of that. Well, take the pressure off of yourself. If you're feeling pressured, remove the pressure off of yourself. Remove the pressure off of other people as well, because you don't know what they're experiencing. Real quickly, too, I want to throw this in because I think it's important. Because there might be parents out there, people out there. It could be single parents. It could be, you could be a family, uh, mom, dad, all of that, and you're still dealing with some things. When I remember when my children were young, were little, and I had gotten divorced, and it was a couple of Christmases that came. I didn't have any money to buy any gifts, and what I did was, I would take, yes, here I go. I would take my boys to out to nature. I would take them up to the mountains. One of the places I loved here in California was Idlewild. And I would take them on an adventure to these places. Of course, you go up to the mountains. It's foresty. It's so adventurous that you can use your imagination. They would climb these massive boulders. They just got out there and just had a great time using their imagination, and whatever it is that they were imagining together, they were playing together, and they were out there enjoying nature. Now, psychologically, it was obviously very incredible for them in many different ways. It was incredible for them, and it was also healthy for them. They weren't focused on the fact that they weren't going to get gifts. They were focused on the fact that, yeah, we were out and we were on an adventure. And then I would take them to, at the time, Hemet Lake. We would go to the lake. We would just always do different things in nature, and whatever I had, it's not there anymore in the sense of in Idlewild, but there used to be a little spot there. It was a sort of a mom's home cook kind of spot, and they made the best pancakes. They were huge, and I would take them there, and they knew we were going to go there afterwards, so they were excited about that because they didn't see pancakes that size anywhere else. And so it was that kind of thing, and it also just strengthened the bond between us, and that bond is still strong between us. They are men today with their own families, and we are still that close, like best friends, like buddies. You know, they're my sons and my friends at the same time, and they feel the same about me. So I think that we have to look at our own personal traditions that we're creating. Don't get sucked into all of the social expectations and the pressure, because they're just that. You have to focus on you, what works for you, what's going to keep you healthy, what's going to keep your mind healthy, what's going to keep your body healthy. And if you're in the house alone too, let me tell you, make sure you fill your house with plants. Get a lot of plants, get that oxygen flowing through there for yourself. Plants, believe it or not, will keep your company as well. Again, nature at work. All of these things, focus on that. Don't focus so much on what you don't have and what, is not happening, and the fear once again. So those are all things I want to throw at you. And later on, I'm going to post a picture of a plant, the oldest plant in my house, which belonged to my aunt who passed in 2001. She was like a mom, my second mom as well. And so that plant is probably about 35 years old. And I have it there, and she's the biggest one in the house. But I have plants, people come in there, it's like, oh my gosh. And I don't have that many plants as far as I'm concerned. I want my house to look like a forest because it feels good. Anyway, that's what I have to say. Enjoy your holiday in whatever way that feels ideal for you, because in the end it's all about you, and that's the only way that you can be of support to anybody else, is if you are in a healing state with yourself and honoring yourself. All right, have an amazing Monday.